Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's an urgent video, this one, a live stream. I've got two special guests live on the show. In a few moments' time, I'm going to be bringing in Sensei. Good afternoon, Sensei. How are you, mate? Good to see you. We've got Sensei with his charts. Thank you, mate. We've also got Vaz here as well. How are you, Vaz? Are you all right, mate? Are you well?
Yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, good.
Good. It's a very very busy video, jam-packed with information for you. So make sure you tap the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, as we're about to hit another milestone on our channel. We've got lots and lots of information this afternoon. You cannot afford to miss. Some big worries and big concerns about tonight's pump that we're predicting. First of all, we'll be looking at this. To tariff or not to tariff? That is the question. Bit of Shakespeare there. Trump to provide updates on chip tariffs on Monday. But it's a fluid situation. You could get caught out with your pants down if you're not aware and you don't have the information that we're going to provide you. Commerce Secretary Lutnick calls tariff exemptions for electronic products temporary. Why is that important? Well, because if you are not prepared for this, if you are not ready for this, you could end up tonight being in trouble. You don't want to jump in. I'm already in. We got the bottom of the market. Most people are already in. But if you are thinking of jumping in tonight, just be careful. It could drop very quickly. The market will explode, but it could sell off just as quickly. Apple tariffs, we're talking about that. Nvidia, the charts. Sensei is here with his charts. He'll be with us in just a moment. We've got Sensei in the chat right now. Oh, there's our two gentlemen down the bottom there. I pressed the wrong button, but it is live, I guess. Hey guys, never mind, it's live. We've got Sensei waiting to give us charts. We've also got Vaz is going to bring us some really exciting news in a few moments as well. We're quite excited to share that with you. A bit of a surprise. I think he just froze there for a moment, but anyway, it's live TV. It's all coming quickly to you. So I want to just bring this to you tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are around the world tuning in. There's a few things here you want to be aware of. First of all, let me start with this. Sensei is going to fill you in as well, so stand by. First thing I want to share with you is this. US tech tariff exemption may only be temporary. This is an issue, says Lutnick. We're going to hear from Lutnick in a moment. That's our first piece of information. This here, US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said smartphones, computers, and other consumer electronics may be hit with separate tariffs in a month, suggesting that exemptions offered on Saturday could be temporary. So 1 minute we had this amazing news that we were going to wake up to tonight. We'd wake up the market with the overnight hours and have a huge rally, which I think we still will. I think the market will use it to pump it, but be careful, don't chase it. So my 28 grand that I had on a buy at a few cents, at a few dollars less if it drops, is now taken off. I don't want to, because that'll be more than my bottom anyway. So I'm going to allow it to go up, watch it, see what happens. If we do then go lower after all this announcement goes away again, because it's on, it's off, I can then replace those buy orders. So be careful, all right? You want to be really, really careful. It could throw you under the bus if you are not prepared for this. So let me just explain this again. US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said the smartphone deal might be temporary. Late on Friday, the Trump administration excluded smartphones and other consumer electronics from its steep reciprocal tariffs. Hardly reciprocal, if you know what reciprocal means. Anyway, a significant boost for big tech following a week of intense turbulence in US markets after the president unleashed a trade war on Liberation Day, April the 2nd. There's our initial pump. We talked about that. Fantastic. We've covered it in lots of different ways. We showed you this this news over here to show you again. But now we've got this temporary issue, right? It could be off again as fast as it's on. So just bear all this in mind. I'm going to bring Howard Lutnick on the show in a minute. I'm also going to share you this. You want to look at what's happening in the morning. In the morning, we've got Fed Barkin speech. We're going to listen into that. Very, very important. Look at the fear factor. It's at 13. All right, this could go straight back back down again once the tariff temporary news gets out. So be very, very careful about that. All right, let me come back to this final page. This was sent in, by the way, from Sensei. So I'd like to say thank you very much to Sensei for sending me this information. What he's doing is saying that they're exempt from the reciprocal tariffs, referring to President Donald Trump, but they included in the semiconductor tariffs, which are coming in probably a month or two. When asked to clarify whether tariffs on iPhones might come back on in a month or so, Lutnick replied, "Correct, that's right. We need our medicines and we need semiconductors and our electronics to be built in America." So obviously this is a temporary thing. His comments will stoke uncertainty for businesses over Trump's tariff rollout, which has been marked by a series of reversals, and last week's caused an intense sell-off in the 29 trillion US Treasuries market. And the bonds are a major concern, because if bonds collapse or if bonds surge, then the stock market really goes down. So all of this is just worth just considering. We've got our guests in the show today. I'm going to bring them into you in a second. We've got Sensei. He's waiting in the chat for us. Good afternoon, Sensei. He's got charts for us on Nvidia, the S&P 500, and so on and so forth, and how to protect yourself from all of this drama. We've also got Vaz with us this afternoon. Vaz has got some breaking news, exciting news. You're going to love it. Some people that are involved with this company, direct talking to him, sharing some great information, and we're talking Olympics. That's all I'm going to say. And it's Vaz's premiere, which is his best video to date, will go live directly after Sensei's show this afternoon, after the main show this afternoon. So let me just bring you back to this story. I'm going to bring in our star guest. I want to go back to the main chart here. I've got some other things I want to share with you. Let me just get this up. This is what we had over the week. Last week we had a glorious green day. Everything on the market was looking good, and we are going to get the open. But the moment this news gets out, it could be a quick pump and dump. So my suggestion is, and it's not financial advice, my suggestion is you are not chasing the market on the bell. You should never be doing that anyway, but particularly now with all this concern, do not chase it on the bell. Now, it's also interesting for XRP. We gave you some XRP news yesterday. You might want to go and check our live stream from last night. That's going to give you extra information. And we expect to XRP and Bitcoin, all crypto, to move with this, but equally it will react quicker than the market and sell off again. All right, so let me just share this with you. China urges Trump to correct mistakes and heed rational voices on reciprocal tariffs. This news is just out. China and the whole world is calling for these tariffs to calm down, on, off. One major story I want to share with you is many people around the world are telling me that they are taking their money out of America and they're not coming back until things really change. They don't like Donald Trump. They don't like all the uncertainty. The on and off is just not good for investors. So we just wanted to bring you this afternoon, just to alert everybody that you've got to be really, really careful. This could open up a big rally, but then could sell off as fast as it popped. China called the tariff exemptions a small step and urged the US to completely abolish the reciprocal tariffs. We urge the US to heed the rational voices of the international community and domestic parties, take a big stride in correcting its mistakes, according to China's Commerce Ministry. China is also evaluating the relevant impact on the tariff exemptions. Okay, now I'm going to go over to our guest this afternoon. So first of all, I'm going to go to Sensei, who's waiting in the green room for me. Sensei, quite a turnaround. We had a big news on late night Friday. We reported on it yesterday. One of our biggest ever live streams. Thank you for joining me for that. Saying it's going to be a big rally Sunday night, 5 o'clock Central. You just confirmed with me a few moments ago that after in fact during your live stream this afternoon, which is where we're going to go to after this, you're going to go right the way through until the open of the futures and cover the open. We were so excited about it, but now we need to alert everybody that a quick rally, but it could also sell off quickly. So what's your thoughts on this, what you're hearing so far?
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show, and thank you for doing this emergency live stream. I sent the news across to you, and the first thing you thought is let's alert the Lucasades, which is great. That's why we're live here. So please do, before I start, please do subscribe and like the video, because we are bringing you these news stories as they happen, and this is important to say, because there has sort of been a U-turn. Again, more volatility is on its way. What's happened is on Friday we got the news that the Trump administration exempted smartphones, laptops, and other electronics. But now what's happened today, and possibly an hour ago, is we've seen this interview of ABC. Martyn will be showing you the clip in a second. And what's going on is Secretary Howard Lincoln has stated that these products included in the semiconductor. These products are included in the semiconductor.
Can I just correct you? It's Howard Lutnick. Just want to make sure we get that right.
Lutnick.
Thank you.
Sorry, thank you.
Not at all.
Howard Lutnick. He is saying that these products that we've just heard were exempted will actually be included in the semiconductor tariff. So there's all sorts going on here. They're sort of fiddling around with what's included, what's not included. But now they're saying that this is now, even though it's exempt, it's now going to be included in the tariffs that are coming on the semiconductor tariffs. That's the news we've got right now, and those tariffs are being prepared to hit in within a month or two. So it was good news yesterday because we thought it won't be part of it. Now it looks like it will be part of some separate tariffs, which at the end of the day is the same thing. There will be tariffs again on these items, and that can hit within a month or two. So we've got good news yesterday, bad news today. What that means for the market open? Well, we're going to be watching it live tonight, so join my show. We'll have an extended show to see the market open. Again, a lot of people get confused why we talk about the market open on a Sunday. Well, on futures markets tonight, so that's what we'll be watching. And we were expecting a big pop to the upside, but I'm coming back on and saying I'm not expecting as big of a pump anymore, because this does make the news that we heard late Friday, making it not as good as we initially thought.
Sensei, let me jump in and let everyone hear what Lutnick just said, and thank you for sending this in. This is just breaking news. We're bringing it to you now. Sensei, thank you for your good research. Let me show everybody this piece of news here.
So you're saying that the big tariffs on things like smartphones and laptops, iPhones, all those iPhones built in China, that those tariffs are temporarily off, but they're going to be coming right back on in another form in a month or so? Or what are you saying?
Correct. That's right. That's right. Semiconductors and pharmaceuticals will have a tariff model in order to encourage them to reshore, to be built in America. We need our medicines and we need semiconductors and our electronics to be built in America. We can't be beholden and rely upon foreign countries for fundamental things that we need. We can't be relying on China for fundamental things that we need. Our medicines and our semiconductors need to be built in America. Donald Trump is on it. He's calling that out. So you should understand these are included in the semiconductor tariffs that are coming, and the pharmaceuticals are coming. Those two areas are coming in the next month or two. So this is not like a permanent sort of exemption. He's just clarifying that these are not available to be negotiated away by countries. These are things that are national security that we need to be made in America.
The president's made it clear he wants negotiations with China. Have you had any conversations with your Chinese counterpart? Has there been anything between you and the Chinese?
I think we've had soft, the way I would say it is soft entrees, through intermediaries and those kind of comments. But we all expect that the President of the United States and President Xi of China will work this out. I am completely confident, as is he, that this will be worked out in a positive, thoughtful, and effective way for the United States of America. I mean, Donald Trump has the ball. I want him to have it. He's the right person with it. He knows how to play this game. He knows how to deal with President Xi. This is the right person for the right role. And I am confident this is going to work out with China. Yes, is it in a tough spot now? Of course it is. But that'll, you'll see. Though all of that energy will sort of decline and we'll end up in a perfectly reasonable place with China. I'm confident of that.
But can I ask you, the president's called...
Just going to pause it there at that moment. We'll come back to that. And again, the reason why we're live here today with our special guests, we've got all the guests with us, all the team. We've got Sensei here. He'll be with you with some charts in a moment. He's just shared you his thoughts. We've also got Vaz here with a big breaking story. You're going to love what Vaz has for you today as well. So Vaz is just tuning in as well. But we are keeping up to date with what we've got here with the tariffs tonight. Now, he said it's a big pump opportunity, and it is. But as quickly as it goes up, it could go down. It's why I've taken my buy order away. I'm perfectly happy. I bought the bottom anyway. I'm safe and I'm happy, but I'm not going to be buying at 5 o'clock tonight. Well, at least I can't buy at 5. That's when the futures open, unless I want to buy a futures contract, which I don't. At 7 o'clock, I was going to buy. I was going to set a $2 drop if it does and buy 20 shares of the S&P. But now I'm thinking that it will pop and then drop. I don't want to be doing that because I buy and I hold. I always buy undervalue. I don't need to sell. I don't mind loading up to the absolute hill and filling up my the back of my truck with as many shares as possible, but I don't want to be caught when it goes straight back down again. I'm not interested in pumping and dumping. I buy, undervalue, I own. I'm always building my positions. So we've got Sensei and Vaz on standby. I'd like to ask everyone, please, could you tap the like button? And tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun with this just for the next few seconds before I go back to the Lutnick interview. We're going to have some fun because you're being very lazy this afternoon. It's a Sunday afternoon. I've got all my team here with us, and I've got them up out of bed and all the rest of it. We've got Sensei here waiting to bring you his charts. We've got Vaz waiting to bring you his information as well. So do you know what, guys? We've got how many people watching now? 620 people, and we need at least 300 likes in 1 minute. And I know we can do it, because you always do, but you're just overwhelmed with this amazing production that we're giving you this afternoon. I've got my gold jacket on. I know you're blown away. What's going on? It's the gold jacket of opportunity, by the way. That's why I wear this. So here we go. You ready, Lucasades? The Lucasades are all here. We are in members-only mode all the time because we are only focusing on real investors, not bots, trolls, and scammers. We have one member who's a $500 a month platinum member, a big investor, and he said to me, Martin, I just want the channel to be all about investors making money and not interested in bots, trolls, and scammers. So that's why we are always in members-only mode. This channel is for the latest news, accurate, before anybody else, to help everyone make money, not to spend time larking around dealing with idiots. So are you ready? Okay, here we go. Bring on the funky music. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. Let's pump it up. We want 300 likes in 1 minute. All right, let's see if I can get my team to join in. You ready, guys? Let's do the funky music. Sensei's got a good one for this. You wait. You see. Let's see who's got the best. We seem to have a slight technical issue. Let's see if we've got it back. We seem to have lost our signal at the moment. Let's see what's going on. We seem to have lost our connection. Let's see if we can get it back. For some reason, we had a break in signal there. Let's see if we are still live. Are we still live? I can't work out if we are just for the moment. Let's see. Are we back live? We might be back live. Let me put our guests back in their spots. I think, yes, we are back live. We had a break in signal, but we are back. Or not? Are we not back? Let me just double check. Have we somehow lost signal? Let's see what happens here. Edit. Customization. We've gone through to the extra channel, have we? Are we over on the extra channel? I'm trying to get this fixed. We seem to... Oh, we lost it there as well. Streaming stops. Resume. Resume. We seem to have lost the connection. What? What is going on here?